All right, we're live post-game show. Highland Scotties defeated Hutchinson Blue Dragons 26-21. Up here we have head coach Aaron Arnold, sophomore wide receiver Bailey Strunk, and sophomore linebacker Jacob Romancer. Floor is yours, guys.
Russ Carr, Scotty Sports Network. Coach, your opinion of today's action?
I like the way my wife said it. We probably made it a little bit more interesting than we needed to. Hutch is a very good football team. We talked about it pregame like we always do. When you play a top 15 team, a team like Hutch that's a great program, it takes 60 minutes to beat those guys. And we jumped on them early and got out to a nice early lead and got a little bit banged up on offense. And midway through the game, we were really struggling on offense to get the ball moving, and our defense was pretty gassed. And we allowed Hutch to get back in the game and make it a ball game. Late in the game, we were in a spot where we were kind of at do or die time, and we needed to make a play. And we had two big plays there. Jake had an interception to get us the ball back and give us a shot to win the game. And then Khalil made a great throw, and Bailey made an awesome catch and stayed on his feet. And we were able to kind of sneak one in the end zone there and get out of here with the victory. I guess maybe it wasn't very pretty, but we'll take them how we can get them.
Tell us about the interception.
I mean, the coach was telling me all game, don't let the number 2 guy inside of you, and I just made the adjustment, kind of scooted in a little bit so he couldn't get inside of us, and I saw the ball get thrown to me, and just gut instinct was just dive for the ball, try to make a play on it, and luckily I came up with it and, gave the ball back to the offense, and like Coach said, Khalil made a great throw, Bailey made a great catch, and that's the end of the game when we win. That's all that matters.
Defensively, you had a really good time against the quarterback this afternoon. Was that something that you thought you could do in scouting report?
Yeah, we all week we practiced on stopping the run, putting them into 11 and 10 personnel, and making the quarterback throw the ball. Because once we stop the run, they can't throw the ball against us. Our defense is really sound. Everyone does their job. There's a few mishaps here and there, but we all stuck together and we came out on top and just put the quarterback in a bind all game.
Bailey, tell me about the catch.
Well, first of all, Khalil's a great quarterback. And, the safety flew to the other side, and I just started running. And then he saw me open, threw it, I caught it, and I scored.
Defensively against the corners of Hutchinson, it seemed like you guys could get behind them almost as much as you wanted to. Was that something you saw in the scouting report?
Oh, I don't know that we were getting behind him at will. It may have seemed like that to you, but I felt like we were working real hard to get open out there. We did feel like going into the game, Damari was going to be a good matchup for us, and part of our game plan was to get Ronnie going too. We knew Ronnie needed to have a big game, and I haven't seen the stats. I don't know how well we did getting those two guys the football, but Hutch's run defense was stout, and we knew that with my freshman O-line and their outstanding defensive line, and as hard as they worked to take away the run, I guess we knew we had to take some shots to get some first downs in the game to be able to have a chance to be successful.
First time in school history, back-to-back wins against Hutch. How does that feel?
Feels good. I think you look at where we're at right now, and some people are going to call it an upset, and I don't think anyone on our roster feels that way. I think we went into this game expecting to win. We've been able to build this program to the point where we don't play a game that we don't expect to win. And I think that's the defining characteristic of this group of guys. We go into it expecting to win. When we went into the half, I think we were maybe up 20 at the half or whatever we were. Our guys were mad. They thought we should have been up more. It wasn't like we were having a party in the locker room. These guys they're playing to win. Our guys are excited to play in this type of games. We want to host ranked opponents. We want to go travel and play ranked opponents. That's why these guys come here to play in these types of games. I'm really proud of our guys' effort. It was a team effort tonight, and it took the whole group, the whole game to get it done.
Coach, Mason Marshall, St. Joe News Press. So the momentum seemed to shift from the first half and the second half. What do you think happened?
Well, I had to play my 2 O-line for most of the second half. If I'm just being really honest, we really struggled to run the football. Really, midway through the third quarter, I felt like offensively we were controlling the clock and controlling the game. We were getting first downs. We started off the second half with a nice long touchdown run, and our game plan was to go out and continue to run the football, and we got banged up a little bit and had to get to where we kind of had a pretty ragtag O-line out there. And I had my starting center playing right tackle at one point. He had to bump over and play right guard. I had my 2 center. We had a makeshift group out there, and we just weren't able to get it done. And so I think for us, you look at that and say, well, what do we need to do to get better after a nice win? We got to figure out how to get some guys some more experience on the O-line, and when one guy goes down, the next guy has to step up, and we can't miss a beat. And today we weren't able to get that done, so there's an area we need to really work on next week in our bye week.
You got a week, yeah, but
Okay, you, Kelsey with the Hutchinson news, forgive me if you repeat yourself, but on the last play, it seems like a backup play, he found the receiver wide open down the field. So from a coach, can you take me through that play to draw out?
It was just how I drew it up. I mean, I don't know. We got lucky, I guess. Khalil scrambled around, and Khalil does a really good job extending plays with his feet. O-line did a great job giving him time to make a play, and Bailey made a heads-up play. A safety. I don't know if safety fell or got sunk up on an underneath route, and Bailey got back behind him, and fortunately Khalil's got a strong enough arm and is accurate enough to put one on him. And then really once Bailey caught it, I mean, that was really where the play got exciting. Bailey, probably was in a position where I thought he was going to get tackled. I was already getting ready to call the next play, and next thing I know, we're in the end zone. We got a sideline warning on that play. So then I'm turned back around, kind of getting on the sideline, and I didn't even know we'd scored. I thought it was 1st and goal from the 7-yard line until my guys up in the press box told me what had happened. So at that point in the game, to be honest with you, the sideline's just chaos. You're just kind of trying to keep everything together down there and not get a 15-yard penalty for celebration. And unfortunately, at that point, we had to go out and do a long 2-point conversion, which, again, there's an area where we can be better. We cost ourselves 5 yards. And that 2 points could have been really big for us. Had Hutch came back and scored again, that would have put it into overtime versus giving us a loss. So another area there where we can be a little bit better on.
Jacob Romancer.
Yeah, Jake right here. This is the guy that caught the touchdown. This is the guy who had the interception. Yep.
Great interception by Bailey down there. Caught it. After the interception, it looked like he got tackled on the sideline right there.
Yeah.
So how did that feel for you?
It felt great. It helped put our team into a better position to win the game. It was just a great feeling, everyone coming up to me and congratulating me. But in the end, it's a team win. It helped our team into a better position to win the game, like when Bailey caught the touchdown. But, for coaches and players to come up to me, it felt great to congratulate me on the pick I had.
Do you think it would have felt better if everyone had got onto the sideline before they did it, so that it wouldn't have been a 15-yard penalty?
No.
I do too. Yeah.
Coach, within 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, you guys lost a 20-point lead, and it just seemed like all the momentum was on your side. What was going through your head, and Jacob on your side, what was going through the defense's head?
Well, for us on offense, what we're talking about in the huddle is someone's got to go make a play. When we're on the sideline, I'm telling guys, going over the personnel that we're going to be in, I'm giving them some idea of what plays they can expect to call. I'm telling them what the tempo is going to be like, and we leave the huddle, and the last thing that everyone says is someone has to go make a play. Someone's got to go make a play right now, and we were very fortunate that Khalil and Bailey went out there, and everybody went out and made a play.
On the defensive side, just like Coach says, our DC Coach Vaughn, he's always telling us, like Coach Arnold said, players make plays. So, we just had to pick each other up, don't let each other's head down. Hutch is a great team. They came back and we had to fight all 60 minutes to get the win, but we just had to keep each other up on offense and defense, just go around and tell everybody, hey, we got each other, we got to be accountable for each other and just do your job, and everyone did their job, and we came out with a W.
Coach, you got a week off before you go to Butler. You want to ease up off them?
What do you think?
You think so?
We're pretty banged up, Russ. We had a lot of injuries today, and I expected that. Hutch is always the most physical game we play of the year, it seems like, and we always come out of that with bumps and bruises. We're going to give the guys the day off, and coaches are going to take the day off tomorrow. We're going to spend some time with our families and try to recharge the batteries a little bit. We'll come back and we'll have a full work week next week, and then the guys will be off next Saturday. It's really important to me that they get opportunities to go travel and take recruiting visits, and all of our guys are very highly recruited, and they need to be able to go take game day visits and go see the schools they're going to be moving on to, and so that's a great opportunity for them. And my son has his first birthday party on Saturday, and I'm going to be home eating birthday cake. He had to leave the room because he was crying. He's hungry. He wasn't getting enough food, so he's an old lineman all the way. When he wants that food, he's screaming until he gets it. So yeah, I'm going to go home and have my first birthday party with my son and eat a cake.
Coach, you've defeated the number 8 team in the country, first game of the year. Just defeated today the number 13th ranked team, and your only loss this season came to the number 5 team in the nation at Garden City right now. Highland's not even receiving any votes. Feel a little disrespected?
I don't know. I think there may be an element of that with the players where it's important to them that we start to receive the respect that we deserve. And, when you look at where we're at right now, a win over number 8, a win over number 13, and our only loss on the season is to the number 5 ranked team by 6 points at their place. I think we certainly deserve to be in the rankings, but at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I tell our players every day. Those things don't matter. The only thing that we can control is what happens in our program and what happens on Monday when we have our next practice. We're gonna go down to Butler and play one of the best teams in the country. I don't know what they're doing today, but they're ranked number 12. If they continue to win, they're going to be in the top 10. So, it's easy to get caught up in those things, but at the end of the day, the only thing we can worry about is the things that we can control, and that's just getting better and winning football games.
All the questions for him? All right, Coach, Jake, Bailey, thank you. Congratulations on the win today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.